Hello, I got Sea Hag, New England Brewing Company's flagship IPA, and I had this for the first time on draft a couple of days ago, and it was very good. It's a little bit more of an old-fashioned IPA. It wasn't very dark though, but it used Centennial, Amarillo, Columbus, and Citra. Way back when they started brewing this, I bet there was no Citra in it. I don't think Citra was available. I assume this has been around for a long time. Um, and yeah, New England Brewing Company is sort of like the New Glarus of Connecticut. It's only there and it's everywhere. Like any place you go is going to have this and Fuzzy Baby Ducks, it seems. There are two IPAs. So this one is canned the 22nd of January. So that's well under a month old. 6.2% alcohol. And it kind of foamed out a little bit. Maybe because it got a little shaken up. I got a 12 pack and then drove here. But I bet this is a beer that is way hazier now than it used to be. Oh yeah, that stream is hazy. Well, that's maybe because it got shaken up, but that is quite hazy. You can't even see my finger through that. I can sort of see it. It's got some color to it for sure. They use a lot of Munich and Karamunich and stuff at this brewery, which is interesting. Not crystal. Munich is just obviously a more German type sort of amber malt. And I'm surprised by how hazy that is. This is maybe the haziest beer I've seen from them, except for I had double Fuzzy Baby Ducks on draft at the brewery. So there you go. But they don't call this a New England IPA. On the side here it says American IPA, which, what does that mean exactly? It's not New England, it's not West Coast, it's whatever you think it is. And it's definitely a more old-fashioned aroma. I'm definitely getting some malt character. It's not quite caramely, but a little toasty. And there's sort of a piney, sappy thing in there. But when you use stuff like Centennial and Columbus and a little bit of like a amberish malt, it like seems to combine in my brain into this like piney, toasty thing. Like it's almost like the hops give it a toastiness, which doesn't make any sense. The aroma isn't huge. It's pretty good in there. Pretty substantial. A little bit of some like bitter citrus. It smells good though. It's definitely grapefruity. And a very nice, full, like smooth feel. Maybe the haze is adding that to that. It's 6.2%. It's not that bitter actually. It has some going on, but what's weird is I had their All Mosaic IPA that's lower ABV. New Zealand's All Mosaic IPA. Too many names to think of. Super Not. Just reviewed that. It's on my channel. And that seemed like more bitter than this actually. Which you'd think that an American IPA with Centennial and Columbus kind of classic bitter sea hops would be more bitter. Did I do this? I don't think I did this. Yeah, nice head and lacing. There's the Hag. Sea Hag. The other one actually maybe had a slightly denser head. But the flavor on this, actually not now that I've tasted some, I'm getting a little more almost like some stone fruit stuff. Yeah, this is a complex beer for sure. The flavor brings in more smooth quality. They say a floral aroma. I guess it is floral. But it's a lot. Sticky flowers, maybe a little honey. Ooh, and there's a little hint of booze I noticed in there. Otherwise, pretty clean. And the finish, like the bitterness does not linger that much. Mm-hmm. And there's a little bit of a toasty kind of Honey Nut Cheerios malt type thing. There's no oat in this, just barley. Cheerios are oats. But I feel like in a lot of IPAs that have a little bit of a toasty floral character, it's the malt, it kind of tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios to me a bit. Maybe I should buy them. It's been decades. But this is pretty good, but it's definitely more old fashioned, but less bitter than I was expecting. Maybe that's the real, I guess obviously with how hazy it is, I bet 5 years ago it was clear. And maybe since this is a 12 pack that kind of got flipped around, shaken around, driven here, back from Connecticut, there's no haze that's settled. But it's a really cool kind of like New England style inflected or influenced more traditional American IPA, I would say. And that finish, yeah, and also I'm thinking it's got this toasty sweet malt, but it's also like, is that the Centennial? Like Centennial, I get this like sticky, sappy, sweet thing that makes me think of toasty malt. Centennial is so unique. And like the Columbus doesn't really do that. Amarillo, that's probably helping to bring out some more like kind of orangey notes. And the citrus definitely not dominated here. They list Centennial first, and it seems like this is really Centennial focused. But a really nice feel, and it's like really clean, easy to drink. I got that one bit of booziness, and now I'm not really getting anything. But I feel like this is, unless you are someone who hates anything that's hazy, this seems like this could please almost anyone. Or I guess if you're someone who only wants insanely super hazy juice bombs that are all sweet, all yeast. There's very little yeast character in this one. This is really just kind of connects everything in a way that's really successful. But it would be cool if maybe eventually they make a Sea Hag like original recipe or something. Yeah, because there's some stone fruity like this in the back end, especially the flavor you get once you kind of get through the sappy, piney, sticky stuff. There's a little bit of a stone fruity type thing. I don't know if I like it as much as Super Nut. Maybe it's like 4.3. In a different mood, and maybe I'd like it more. But it's fantastic. Highly recommend it. Bye bye.